Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is FELIX. I'm the team leader of PARSS Express. I have a very quick one for you. Exploring the global financial market with ease. There are a whole lot of things that many people have asked me, thinking how the financial market is difficult. I want to let you know that it's not difficult, especially when it has to do with trading. Some people thought that forex trading is quite difficult. It's not difficult. We actually complicate the whole issues for us. Now, trust me, I'm going to take you through things you actually need and how easy they can be found. All right. Things you actually need and how easy they can be found. So most people think that forex trading is difficult, and for that, you're going to always lose money and all of that. Of course, there's other side. A lot of people think that forex trading is about get rich quick scheme and then hype, and then they jump in and they want to make money. For instance, somebody who want to pay house rent next month, the month of September, and he come into the forex trading this month and he say, I want to make my money that my let's say using Nigerian currency, your house rent is about 5 million naira per year, and then it's expiring next week or next month, the month of September, even October, in the month of October. And then you'll go to bank and pick loan, a loan of just like 500,000 naira. And then because you hear that people flip account, because you can go on YouTube and you find out that people tell you that I have just flipped account of 1 million naira into 5 million naira within 2 weeks. Is it possible? Yes. Right. But is it reasonable, practicable? Maybe not. Right. And so these are the silent issues we have about forex trading or cryptocurrency trading or synthetic trading or even investing in the crypto space. So you can actually make money. Absolutely, yes. But is it the way people actually say it? Maybe not. Now, can you make money the same style another person is making? Absolutely, yes. But will he just work the way he said it? Maybe not. So these are the things. But I got your back. There are tools now that help you to make money in the forex market as if you're a pro. Okay? Yeah. We got your back. We have something that will help you to make money, right, in the forex market as if you're a pro. Now, I'll list it. FELIX, we have access to softwares. We have EA support system that's going to make you money. And then we're running on a goal now, all right? A challenge, 90 days challenge to raise minimum of 500 people that are going to be making average, you heard me right? 500 people, minimum of 500 people that are going to be making average of 20 to $200 on a daily basis. You ask, hey, can I make $200 on a daily basis? Why not? Okay, but how much do I need to actually be making $200 on a daily basis? These are silent futures or questions that people do not ask, right? So making $20. For instance, now group now, Signal will send this money. Everyone must have made minimum of $15. So if you're targeting to make $20 for day, that means today, if the person can make about $5 for any new signal that will come in, fine. But what we just want to look at, how can I make average of $20? So let's say you trade for 3 times a week, or actually 4 times a week. You lose one or you lose two, you win two, perhaps whichever way. But I'm not going to go into those details. What do I actually need to be profitable to now trade the financial market with ease? You need leverage. The first thing, you need basic knowledge, and which we're ready to give to you free. You need basic knowledge. We're ready to give it to you free. I'm telling you, very free. Number two, you need basic tools and platforms like brokers, now platform like MT5 and all the like. You need them. You need support system like softwares. So we have good softwares that are going to help you to trade the market with ease. And of course, you need fund. All right. So you can start from where you are. Okay. So you need fund. So first you need knowledge. And it was difficult before for you to actually acquire knowledge, because even what you are paying for, you can't guarantee that knowledge is going to set you on a path. So knowledge, number one, I promise you we're going to give it to you free. Second, you need platform. Of course, those platforms you don't pay for. You register free, you verify your account on brokers. We make use of CAPITALXTEND, and that's what we're recommending for you. If you really want to get our knowledge education free, you have to register on CAPITALXTEND. All right, it's free. But for the purpose of the knowledge and other support system you're going to have, I think it's important for you to find a way to register. If you're on our community on Plan B Express, link is always available on the group. Excuse me. Then, if you are not, I think there's a need for you to go on the comment section on our YouTube channel and pick the link, or probably chat up with me on my phone number, the WhatsApp number, So on WhatsApp alone, +234 90 470 44 998. I take the number again, +234 90 470 44 and 998. So WhatsApp, we can respond to you of what you need. So first, basic knowledge. Second, platforms, broker, meta traders, tap traders, and different traders platform and that you need. Third, of course, support system like softwares. So we have a softwares now that give you delivery of signals and all of that. Next, you need money. Okay, so there are dimension of money. So what we explore the market in three ways: investing into the market, trading in the market, and leveraging to share opportunity about the market with people, and you earn rebate system. So quickly, I'm going to show you what you need to participate in this global financial market. And we've told you we're going to give you free education. So you shouldn't start struggling about how am I going to be enlightened. I need knowledge. We give you the knowledge very free. Yeah, trust me. We're giving you this knowledge free. And I mean it free. It's not a hype. We're not hyping you. We're not sweet talking you anything to anything. So we'll give you knowledge. But if you look at it, so let me quickly just show you something very fast. Okay, because this is not supposed to be too long. So we said simple, maximizing the global financial market, right? So three things. So maximizing FELIX PARSS strategy and AI automations in CAPITALXTEND forex trading. Part one, active, passive time, part-time, active, part-time, and full-time trading. So check the following links and fill out your details. So this thing is going to be made available in the comment section. And what you do is to complete, register, fund your account. Don't give us money. Fund your account. We put you through how to go about funding your account with just a minimum of $100. And now, of course, you need TradingView because there are some other informations we give to you on TradingView. And then you probably like FELIX scanners. And then this is software. It's free for you. We'll give you free trial for 1 month to use it. And then part B, we have hand-free investing and passive income. So you follow the instruction. There's a video that gives you instructions. So you just follow and then you make money. Now, added to this is that once you start making money, we still show you how to, we still show you how to help yourself in diversifying to the capital market and all the like. Okay, so quickly let's look at, first of all, I say you need to register on CAPITALXTEND, verify your account, fund your account, and all of that. Then we have supporting softwares. And then why do you need TradingView? So quickly, let me just open it to TradingView and show you what you actually need TradingView for. Now, you don't need to be a pro. We guide you through on how to use the TradingView. And that's why when you come in, we're going to give you basic fundamental training for you to have access to the basic information. This is the TradingView. Now, TradingView is just a place where you do, market and data analysis for what you are trading and all of that. So I'm not going to go into that detail, but look at it. We actually enter trade today, all right? We actually enter trade today, and I'm sure you can see that the trade have finished TP1, TP2, and of course, maybe it will still finish TP3 if possible. But of course, for anyone who was on this trade, haven't taken TP1, will have adjusted his stop loss, right, to trail his stop loss, and then TP2, of course, to trail the stop loss. But at least for fantastic move, somebody had made a lot of money. And the same vein, I still enter trade on gold today, and then that has delivered so maximally. Yeah. So now I'm just sharing with you now. So these are scanners, okay? We have different scanners that will just help you to enter the market without struggle. But of course, you need to learn basic navigation, okay? At least you need to know how to read and write, okay? As long as you know how to read and write, even when you don't know how to read and write because of over-lettered, because sometimes when you talk about read and writing, people go to over-lettered kind of situation or scenario. Now, you can just at least understand basic English when we tell you, go and do this and all of that, okay? So these are scanners. This is a scanner that give us, signals. You can, it's free. I give it to people who, but there's of course a requirement when, so it's not, I'm not charging for it, okay? So, but there's a requirement in your account on your CAPITALXTEND for you to have access to it free, and then you can use it to make money, right? We will on trade on Euro USD today, and then these are scanners, okay? This is an example, another scanner. Look at the sell. It's a sell signal on BTC. Look at the sell signals here on BTC, and even say the power for the sell is about 74%, which make a lot of sense. Now, this buy signal, you say the power is low, about 56%. It's supposed to be at least 60% and above. So, but just telling you it's low. And so, but imagine if you have sold Bitcoin from here, you will have been in money. And then look at Bitcoin, gold too. The selling power here, 64. And then so the buying power, I think, is strong enough here. That's supposed to tell you that this is already, a good buy to an extent. And okay, so look at this buy. Say the buy power is low. That is to say, you can rely on this buy to an extent. So these are scanners, all right, that give you buy sell signals. And then, right, so we have different scanners that give you an idea, of course, but basic thing need to be learned. So when you learn about basics, then when scanners give you, you will not be misguided. You confluence those ideas given to you by the scanners, and then you will find making money. Okay. Now, I'm just sharing with you of all of this as support system that you don't even need to rack your brain to make money. So things are more simplified than before, and not like before now that you are struggling to narrate and jump into the market and you're struggling. Now, this is another scanner. Now, I sold, and there are so many conferences that we can check. Now, I'm going to show you softwares, right, that give you signals on notifications, and you pick the signals and trade on your MT5 with less stress, so you don't disturb yourself so much about trading. So it's just for you to basic navigation. So I'm going to share my page again on this platform so that you can see softwares that are going to help you, right? So this is softwares. Okay, so look at it. Now this is called BEKENET software. Now if I go back here, these softwares are giving some signals, maybe not the signals I'm actually looking for. Okay, this is all right. Look at these signals. Monday, say sell free zone 1, top right, AUD USD. You can see AUD USD Monday analysis. This is a swing trade for more profit. Hold this position for more than 1 day. Sell now, yalla, 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 and all of that. So this is a signal. So this setup is for retracement, whatever. So now I'll go, it said, set alert to close AUD USD, all right, sell. So if I finish selling, I can see set alert so that when AUD USD is now returning back, maybe I didn't put a stop loss or take profits rather, and I want to just go ahead in setting it. Now, so look what it's still going to tell me to click on inbuilt chart. So I click on inbuilt chart. This is AUD USD, right? AUD USD. So I'll look for AUD USD in the list of the currency pairs here, AUD USD. So let's look at it quickly. So this is AI that will do the work for me. And so my own is to look at it. I will confirm AUD USD. Now I load it, AUD USD. I click on settings. So now, as I click on settings, I can even check the signal performance. It says it's not too strong because you see the accuracy of these signals cannot be verified because the accuracy is less than 74%. So do not trade this pair. Please check back in an hour time. Now, this is where when you have basic knowledge. So look at it. It's actually a sell. Now, because if I go to this is WL, that's weekly key level. Now it's at the kind of pivot point. So if he has gone below the pivot point now, that will have been a strong sell as it were. This is so if I go on daily, let's look at what is showing on daily. Look at it on daily. This I'm sure this signal was sent since, and then look at AUD USD previous week key levels. Okay, is still above the pivot point. Okay, this is just like a volume control. Okay, now but there's something I'm going to do now. So look at it. This is a signal. So it already told you that this is not an A plus setup. Okay, so just for you to have an idea. Okay, so let's go to check another one. Maybe we see the same because I've closed some direction. Okay, this is volatility index. This is on so because it gives us signals in all markets. So this is volatility. Okay, So it's the same way. So I'll go to like derive volatility, and then what was that? 25, sell 25 index. So 25 volatility, I load it, settings, I check the signal. Now look at it, says about 95% accuracy. So if we look at it, as I load it, I check the weekly. Here you see, oh my word, this thing was selling since. So you can see the sell, it was below the pivot point, and that makes a lot of sense. If I check on the daily key level, look at it, it has been selling for about for 3 consecutive days, 1, 2, 3. So below the favorite point, and it's still going. Now, so let's go to trading view I'm just showing you now. So assuming if I want to trade this instrument, so what do I do? Okay, perhaps like AUD USD. So let's even look at the AUD USD. Okay, so let's look at the AUD USD in the forex market. Let's look at the AUD USD. Okay, so AUD USD, AUD USD. Where are you? AUD USD. Okay, here is AUD USD for itself. So let me look at it on 4 hours and even on daily. So most time, because it depends on where you come into that particular signal. You can see why it's telling you, it's not yet, properly ripe. And for that, it's telling you that the signal is not too strong. You should come back in the next 1 hour to come and check when he must have given a proper order and all of that. So that's one of the things. So perhaps maybe at that time we'll have gone back to grab liquidity or break below, break a structure, then for you to be able to find an entry. Now, I'm just sharing all of this to show you how easy it is because we have tools. Okay? Because we have tools. We have tools that help people to maximize the market. So if I take and share with you the screen on the, so let's look at the market, AUD USD, and let's use our scanner to equally confirm if there's an alignment. AUD USD, here is AUD USD, something like that. Okay, you can see now that the AUD USD was actually, this is 15-minute time frame. Perhaps I'll go to my general data and perhaps check here AUD USD. What is it doing? Yeah, okay, you can see now AUD USD, this black line you are seeing is my weekly key level. So it's now showing that, man, this is highly indecisive, okay? If you look at it, by the time you go back in the next 1 hour, you expect this market, so this is 15-minute though, so if I go to 1 hour even, so you expect this guy to actually had close, right, below this key level. So if he has closed below this key level, that will have given a very strong signal for sell. Though it's a sell, so you can see that this is on 1 hour time frame. This is a low, this is a high, this is a low, and all of that. Now, the whole stuff is that you need to have a proper order. I'm not going detail about this, sorry, and so that I will not complicate it for beginners, and so that you will not get confused. So, but if you look at it, it's above, it's at a key level. So if the market bounce off here, that means I'll be looking for a buy eventually. So for it to convert, that's why you see this. The software have seen that it's a sell, but the whole confluence are not yet properly in order to give you a strong kind of signal. And that's why it was telling you that. Okay, can you see now? So this is very fantastic. So for me, you have something that's going to give me information and say this is what this thing is about to do and all of that. Okay, but I'm sure he has given this signal since, and some people probably will have been in, because if I come in on a good day, so this is a daily candle. So if you're a day trader by now, I will have been in money, okay, if that was what I want to just trade. So there are style I use in getting into the market, and I will have deployed that strategy. Of course, when the software have already given me a kind of signal and all of that. So there's dimension at which I use in getting into the market for the day, and then I will have done that and then find my entry, perhaps when the market open. But if you look at it, when you're close to a key level, you want to be careful so that you have a free zone to ride, okay? So now, so if I had find an entry perhaps today, now maybe at the market open, right? Not even market open. I think, yeah, yesterday, yeah. Yesterday market open. That was it yesterday? Okay, today is 9:11. Okay, that was massive. Then, but I will have been waiting again that there's a stoppage that will hold it for ransom. So for me, I'll wait for this market. But if I had come in, I find this trade, I will have been in earlier and then take profit here. And how do you go about that? If I go to 1 hour time frame, I'm going to show you. You'll see that. But though that trade will be so funny because you are just entering a market that does not have a room to breathe. Okay, so a room to breathe. So because see what I did here, you may not understand what I did here. I will have found an entry here, okay, and then taking profit here because this is a key level. And you see the market got there. And so if I quickly look at it, finding a trade there, perhaps here. Oh, that's okay. So that's not even big. That's about 14 pips. So why will I be killing myself over 14 pips? Are you seeing it now? So the best bet for me is to wait for this market to break below this key level. And once it does that and gets rejected, then I can have a good breathing space. And what's the breathing space? So taking from here and taking my stop loss even above here. So my stop loss at 22 pips and targeting 1:2 risk reward. That would be so 1:2 risk reward. So that would be about 45 something pips and all of that. This is a currency. And so that will have been a very better one. And eventually, if the market is going to travel down to another key level, breaking above this, below this, that means at that time you are now trailing. Now, so trading is not difficult, but we complicate it. All right. We complicate it. And that's at this point in time, that's why I said, even if you're an existing trader, there are things you need to work on yourself. Your psychology is very important. You need to build up your psychology as much as possible so that you can be in charge. Now, not the market be in charge of you. So you need to be in charge of your market, right? And that was why there was a book I put together, and I say, if you go to Seller, I think I'll put the link for us. If you go there, you're going to see the book talk about something. Let's look at it. If I'm going to find it here. Okay. So the book talk about, look at it. Overcoming fears and anxiety in trading. Master your emotion, master the market. So it's just 10,000 naira in Nigerian currency, right? It's supposed to be 50,000 naira. So, but I just give it out. So if you go to the link on seller.com, and then I think the link is going to be on the comment section, you can buy the book. Now, I discovered something a lot of people trade, right? But we've not dealt with our emotion. So there are things that we do, we just gamble, we jump into the market and all of that. I think some of you on Facebook were asking questions the other time. Probably can just send you the link here, right? So I've discovered that not everyone, so you can know technical analysis, but unfortunately, you will not do, you didn't deal with your emotion. So your emotion is meant to be dealt with seriously. Okay, so I think I will find, okay, on the comment section or something. Okay, so maximizing FELIX PARSS strategy and data automation. Okay, so you can order for the book here. Okay, now if you are watching on YouTube, there's the link and all the detail you need are going to be on the comment section. Register on CAPITALXTEND and then build up, fund your account. Don't give your money to anybody, not even FELIX, right? Not even FELIX. Financial kind of a thing, it has a lot of things that people always have issues around. So you have to work on yourself, build up, leveraging anything that's not fully decentralized. What do I mean by fully decentralized? You are in charge. I'm taking instruction. All right. So even when you are following our copy trading on CAPITALXTEND, for instance, your money is not given to us. You fund your broker by yourself and then connect your account. So FELIX will not have access to your money. So, but if I'm trading, if I make profit, you make profit. If I make loss, you make loss. But what I try to do as much as possible, losses are inevitable, but you don't expect the aggressive kind of profit as it were. And so on that note, we have to curtail the rate at which we enter the market. So once we make some reasonable profit, we stop and then allow the trade to breathe, okay, and allow the market to run as it were. So these are the things we encourage people to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Take action. Let's make money at ease in the financial market. So it's not difficult, but we complicate issues by you want to pay house rent next month, you are borrowing money from the bank to start trading. Of course, you are going to make jungle justice. Your bias will not be fair enough. All right. So I think I could just have a trade to share with you. Let me see if I can see a trade to share with you. If you're watching me live, let me see if I can see a trade to share with you. Okay, Bitcoin is actually bouncing already, but that's just a reaction. So let me look at US 30. Used to be my better trade most time when we come in a day like this. So, right. So this is a sweep. Okay, of this guy. Excuse me. So let's wait for this fantastic guy to rally back up here. So this is like a scalping, and most time when a trade run this way, okay. So but you don't just jump at the market. So let me go to 5 minutes for scalping strategy. So now in trading, so most time when we come, we want to ascertain the trend of the market, perhaps, right? This is like 1 hour time frame. So the market have rarely got rejected over and over to this. It broke this key level, which make a lot of sense. Sorry about that. So we expect now this have broke the trend line. So we expect this guy actually to travel down here. But sometimes you have to be very careful with some of these instruments. They can be very choppy, especially when there are no good thing or fundamental thing to push them as expected. So you have to be very careful. So for these now, so I could mark all of these as some kind of support and resistance at a point in time. And so that means I'm going to create this guy here and find this to be a tentative support on 1 hour time frame. So I want a break. So you can see how complicated this can be, right? So I'm going to go to 5 minutes. So you ask me, hey, Felix, so how did you just do it and then you didn't tell us? So I'm not teaching. Sorry about that. Okay, so look at it, guy. So it's obviously a downtrend, right? Okay, so there are so many factors. So you have a higher high, higher low, and then it begin to induce again here. So what you can find here is that for this market to travel back, you know, get rejected here or even travel back here and sweep this liquidity and then continue to sell. These are the probability you're plotting. So, but certainly you expect this market to rally up. So let me just do an example. This is not the market I'm supposed to be trading, okay? So if I'm going to take this, though, which is not even my market, perhaps. So it's either you have this market travel back and get rejected here, or it come back below this support you have drawn here, which was a continuation of a travel from there, and then you are now looking for a sell. But overall, it's a sell market. So why will I need to buy such market? See, this is a key level, this is a daily key level. That the market is either climb up and then they are just safe to travel up here or get rejected. So which this has exactly happened. So this is some of the issues where you are not part of the market from the beginning. You just want to jump out of the market and then want to take trade can be very, very cumbersome. So because 15 minutes just start, I have a strategy of 15 minutes, and that could be this again. So we have to allow this. I allow this market to close because these are index, and so probably the thing I will explain that you will not understand about index. So the time I trade index, it's there are factors that are used in trading index, so it's more fundamental than technical. Okay, so I have to wait to see these markets give me what I want before I can decide. Okay, so now, So obviously these guys want to travel back to this point before the total rejection. Because if you look at this instrument even, this is an RSI and shows that it's already overbought on a lower time frame anyway. Okay. So, but this guy has a very big volume. So if I open the market, quite unfortunate, I was not set to do analysis for markets. Right. So even the gold, so DAX, so by the time you even check, there are no good volumes for it, right? So you have to be very careful. Most time you want to find a trade at all cost, and that can cost you a lot. So certainly you're looking at probably come back to grab liquidity here. So if it does that, so let me just take a very small minor position. But this guy is very heavy. That's the challenge. So look at it. Very heavy. It's a very heavy instrument. So for a scalper, this time I'm entering this was already late for a scalper because why? He has on 5 minute time frame, he has figured out certain thing here while scalping. So the thing is too clustered. So there is no allowance for a travel. So he is scalper. Look for a good breeding movement. So you don't just jump in at every market structure. So you look for market that is well set and have a good allowance. And so with that, that will have been a kind of a sweep of liquidity over here. And then at the reverse, back up here, it can refine back to even 1 minute and then targeting here. So if you see where we entered now, and then I'm looking out to say I entered from here and then stop loss here, which is too big for me because where the market have a chance of traveling to is too small. Okay, so these are the factors. So even when some trade will give you profit, but you are careful about the movement, they can move, right? So this is MACD, which there are no good volume for buy. So selling, because obviously the market is a downtrend and all of that. So there was nothing to have made you to jump into this market for a buy. So I will have you for different opportunity. But so if you look at it now, saying stop loss over here, that's a very bogus one. Because if I go to check where the stop loss is now, okay, so we're in drawdown of $6. And then so if you look at it, okay, so if you look at it, see stop loss. So this is 24014 something. 24014 something. That's about $75. That's big. Yeah, so stop to 1:2 risk reward. So when you're trading and where you want to take your profit, it's not getting up to that. You want to avoid such trade. Okay, so 24160, 24160, 160. So that's about $94. So it's not justifiable. Now, so and if you want to travel by 1:2 risk reward, so that's gonna take much. But if I want to just use this 1:2 risk reward, where are we? Okay, so let's take this way. 1:2 risk reward. So let's just take it this way. That is 24. 212, something like that. 24212. 212, stuff like that. $155 profit. So it's on the drawdown of about $12. So you can see how why you, when you are trading, you're looking for a good breeding point for an entry, and so that how you see the market could actually travel properly. Now, so because this one now is just like to travel back and continue going down, okay, right? So I think this video is getting more length. So because where to travel to, so I probably may not wait to get to the point I'm supposed to let it get to before I will stop out of the trade, because certainly when it gets here, it get rejected and then want to sell down. And so these are the things. Ooh, I was looking for gold that okay, so similar thing happened on gold, right? So this is a kind of tentative support for gold here for scalpers anyway. And so I haven't traveled here, got rejected, and have a bounce here, then an entry. But playing around key levels are actually not professional. Those are the things you need to learn, right? So, but if this now gets consolidated over here, then can find a trade, travel back up to this point. But for scalpers, they will have taken some fantastic profit, because from that point to that point here, multiple weeks to this point, that's already 60 pips. Okay, so you can see the DAX is dancing and daggling around. So because I told you that's actually a downtrend, and so you see you begin to struggle around the market, which is not supposed to be. Okay, oh, I've missed off this. So this is 15-minute time frame. So if I quickly go back there, this is what I will have done here. Then I box this guy to this point. Okay. So after that, so I go to 5 minutes. So this is 5 minutes. So this close candle. So this close candle, the pullback on 1 minute is now supposed to be my entry, which is almost done. So I turn back to 1 minute. So that means I should be looking for a sell for US 30. So if I get a sell on US 30, somewhere here, my stop loss can be above here or even above this point. And one ratio, 2 risk reward. So that will be somewhere here. So waiting for this, then look for a short. So this pullback, stop loss. Then after that happened. So the pullback was actually very important. You can see what I said. This is a very bad market for me, right? So because you are actually on a downtrend, that the best you will have waited to see what plays out here for finding an entry. So, but this one should be playing out right now. Now, so in this type of entry, some people enter immediately, 5-minute candle close below this, and then wait for a DCA for a pullback here, and then take additional entry. So whichever way you can find your entry. So, but best bet most time is that a pullback to happen. So you can see the market is going, and so if you can manage the trade, fine, you'll be good. So part of this is that when the market actually broke down here, remember we saw that the market was actually a downtrend or creating a downtrend, so which was here. Now because this was already rejection, 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 and so you should be selling down to this point. Okay, so these are the good aspect of when we're trading to be in the pre-market analysis. When the market now open, you are taking your trade, and because that will have done this as a resistance, right? This is like a triple top or something. Now, but you're being careful of this point because of the support at this point. But at the end of the day, so the trade go your way, and then you're fine. So the trade will deliver as you expect. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, this is just basic kind of a thing, and then this is what we do for people to find profitable trade, take a short positions, a pullback, add to it. If it doesn't, take the one you take and then enjoy your profit. So you can see this is dealing with me, right? Like I've told you, I was not supposed to be longing, but the best bet was the trade supposed to come back, and then before you look for a short. So I'm going to close the trade anytime soon if it's not respecting the region as expected. Because if I go 15 minutes, I think it's the same thing that's playing out right here. Yes. So this is that's a crazy one. So I've used my own hand to deal with myself. Here we go here this way. So take out this, and then go 5 minutes. So the 5 minute, the first 5 minute candle close below this is actually this now. Okay, this one closes. So a pullback, so go to 1 minute. So the pullback already happened. So this will be selling. So I have to close my trade because it's going to be giving me a very massive negative. $37, guys. That's a very bad one. Okay. So you can see for this, continue profit. Okay. I need to return back 5 minutes, 1 minute pullback. Now, so the reality of trade is that you pick an instrument, you work with it, the market analysis and the market entry, and then you're fine. So let's turn back to 15 minutes. So you can see you're close to a key level. Now, most time when you are trading, you're close to a key level, close to it. So will you short or long? No confirmation for your long. Now, market will struggle and continue to induce at that range for a very long time. These are the issues, okay? And then, if you, so you can see what's playing out. I've closed my trade negative, but you look at what the market is playing out to be. And so you'll be guessing and struggling in the range, right? So let's look at it. So come on here. Okay, so this pullback has happened on this. Oh, this is on 5 minutes. The pullback is always good for a confirmation. And so when a pullback get rejected at that point, that gives a lot of sense. So you can see just pull back. Okay, so yeah, so let's see. So this pullback. So when you are in a position, then after the pullback here and the rejection from this point here, that's where you are adding another position. So let's watch and see what's going to happen. So let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. Okay, so you can see Bitcoin, I say, was going to be bouncing. Let's look at it. Oh, I thought I've closed my trade on Ethereum. I didn't remember, so I need to do that. Ah, my goodness. I thought I've closed the. Okay, so let's go back to guys. So the pullback. One of the thing about some of these instruments is that if they are not a good peak period, will not give you the type of move you want, and so that can drag your trade unnecessarily. So we want a rejection over here, or perhaps travel back here to this point. So I know there's some knowledge you need to know or have this, and that's why. Yeah, so most time the best bet is that if the market can travel over here. So this is where patience is required, okay? And so most time, instead of jungling into the market, patience is very, very important. You can see my trade I closed now. Well, I'll bounce back to the profits, but okay. So if you can monitor, you look at the DAX, where you can wait for proper rejection, then you find an entry. So this is a key level. You travel back to, get rejected, sweep this liquidity, or even travel back here, sweep this liquidity, then going to be selling. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. This video needs to be not to be too long. If you have any information, chat on the WhatsApp +2349047044998. Thank you. Have a nice time.